I'm gonna talk about how I almost got scammed on the weekend. So on, I believe this was Saturday, I got a message from this girl. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't actually know if this was a scam or not, or if I was just being too cautious and then she got mad at me. Anyway, she said, "Hey, I really like your profile and posts on Instagram, and if you let me, I would make such an amazing mural out of it. If you don't mind, one of your posts could be my inspiring muse for an art project I'm working on for a client. You will totally get paid for it, as well as a bonus, also get credit." And I've gotten a lot of messages like these before, but usually it's like, come join our freaking photo thing, or they're like want me to be like a brand ambassador. Like, it's always stuff like that, but this was like different. And I looked at their profile, it seemed legit, so I was like, and it seems legit now. I'm looking at it right now, it seems legit even now, but I wasn't sure, so I replied with hey. I said hi. Would I be able to see some of your works? Now at this point I had called my friend Max because I was texting him. I sent him a screenshot and I was like, do I interact with this? And then I was like, yeah, why not? Might as well just proceed with caution and see what it is. So she said, yeah, sure, here are some of my pieces. And she sent 2 of them and put them up on the screen. And she said, the pay is $400 if you're interested though. And I was confused because I wasn't sure if she meant to buy one is $400 or if I would be getting $400, because if I got $400 that would be excessive. But I said, so the painting would be going to a client? I mean, sure, why not? My thoughts for the first text were like, is my face just gonna be in like someone's home like randomly, or is it going on like a wall? Like, I was like super confused as to where this was going like physically, and also what she wanted from me. And she replied and she said, yeah, we'll be in her private art studio. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I replied, I said, sure, that sounds good. Which photo were you interested in using for inspiration? So she sent me this photo here. It's from February of 2021, so quite a while ago. So she said, this photo is very nice. How about we use this? And then, so like I mentioned, I was on the phone with my friend Max, and him and I were talking about things I should say just to make sure I don't get put in an iffy situation, and this was one of the things. So I said, also, I think it's great that you want to use my photos for your art. Please make sure to only use it for this one time and let me know if you would like to use this one or others in the future, just so I didn't get like scammed in the future if this was legit, just so that it didn't get used without my knowing. And I was like, sure, that looks like a good photo. And she replied to the first message I sent here and said, okay, I will. And I asked how I'll be getting the money, and she said, I'll write you out a check to take care of your payment if that's okay. And I said, sure. She said, okay then, what institution do you bank with? And I was like kind of confused. I was like, why do you need to know this? So I told her, and then she said, what name am I putting on the check? So I gave her my name, and my thought behind this was like, she can't do anything with that, like not unless she asks for my email or my bank details. Like, she can't really do much with that. She doesn't have access to anything. So that was fine. And then she replied, okay, let me have your details sent to my client so she can process your payment. And I was like, okay, still thinking like nothing's weird, nothing's sus, right? And then she said, hope you do know how to make a mobile check deposit though. And I was like, I do. Like, that's pretty easy. And then she said, alright, she'll be making the full payment though, which is where I got a little confused and where I think I could have changed up on, because I think I should have asked about it then, and if this was a real person it would have been sorted out. But I was like, I asked my friend what it meant, and we both figured it was just like I'd be getting the full $400 for myself. I'd be getting the full $400 for myself like right away, and it wouldn't be over the span of like, I don't know, a week or 2. And so I just said, okay. And I said, when should I be expecting the payment? Just because I was wondering if it's going to be like a week from now, if I'm getting it that day. And she said in 8 minutes she would have sent me the images, okay? And I said, okay. And then she texted me 10 minutes later. And I was like, you still there? And that's all she said. And I'm like, that's a little iffy. like, why would you ask me if I'm still here? But I said, yep. And she said, my client just sent me the images. She made full payment though. And I said, okay. And she said, hold on, let me forward it to you. Please send me a screenshot of the successful deposit. The left 600 is for paint items. So basically, on the check, it looked like a real check. I sent it to my friend. He said it looked like a real check. It was written in my name, but it had $1,000 on the check. And I was like so confused. I was like, why am I getting 1,000? Like, that's a lot. And then she said the 600 for paint items. And this is where it starts to get a little sussy, because I was like, why are you giving me an extra 600? And why do you want to, like, why are you giving this to me? And I said, okay, one moment. And she said, all right then. And then I decided to question it, because I was like, this is too weird. Like, I don't want to deposit this. This is where it starts getting sketchy. And so I said, why are you paying me 1,000? I thought you mentioned paying me 400 for the photo. And she replied to me and she said, yeah, I told you she made the full payment, so the left 600 is for paint items. Just deposit the 1,000. I'll just have to ask the paint suppliers how they want the payment though. So in essence, she was asking me to deposit the entire thing and then pay $600 to the painters for like the paint supplies. Huh? Like, if you're a painter, you should already have the supplies, first of all. Second of all, this isn't how you do business. Like, you don't expect your clients or whatever to pay for your supplies, or like, not the clients, but the people you're working with, you know? Like, you don't do that. You pay me what I'm owed and nothing else. And I was like, no. And then she said, we good under that? And I said, I took a couple minutes to reply. This is where I'm like scripting up my replies because it's getting real sketchy. I said, I don't want to get involved in paying for paint suppliers. Please just send me the check for 400. Pretty simple. She said, like, seriously. Red flag. She said, like, seriously, I already asked them. They told me they want payment through a card through either Steam or Vanilla. Anything wrong here? I don't understand. I trust you, so I allowed my client to make the full payment. Another mistake. Don't trust people like that. Again, I don't know if this is an actual scam or not. I feel like it is. Like, it's just too weird. This isn't how you do business. Like, either this person's brand new to their job and haven't done any research, or they're scamming me. I refuse to make any payments with my cards. Please just send me what I am owed. Thank you. She said, oh my god! So don't tell me I wasted time here talking to my client to process your payment. This is so a bad record for me. But it's so unfair from you, though. Literally how? How? Please explain to me how this is unfair. Tell me, because I don't understand. So I replied, the 400 is what we agreed upon and it is all I'm going to accept. We never talked about me having to pay paint suppliers, and the additional 600 for that was never brought up until now. I don't think that is unfair. I have not used the check you sent me. Rewrite the check for yourself and you can send me the 400. My friend was like, she might be thinking it's unfair because you already deposited the check. So tell her you didn't, which was like, good idea. So I told her, like, hey, I didn't use the check at all. And she replied to me and she said, it isn't a big deal. But she said, it isn't a big deal. Check is already done. Just follow up what I'm telling you here. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I should have. I only said she was making full payment. My bad. And like, I get it, man. Fine. But the weird thing is when I asked them to rewrite the check, it was a digital check. Like, it doesn't take that long to rewrite. Like, she could have rewrote it in her name, deposit it, and then sent me the 400, like e-transfer or something. And it just didn't happen. Like, she was very against it for some reason. Anyway, we'll get into that. So I replied, it's a big deal to me. I can't accept the whole 1,000. I'm sorry. Our agreement was for 400 only. You can talk to your client about rewriting the check. Just to reinstate, I have not deposited the check that you sent me. And she said, I don't want to bother my client, please. You should get that, okay? It's like, I get that. But if you explain it to your client, like, they'll understand. Like, it's not a huge issue to just be like, hey, I messed up. If you could just rewrite the check, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's business. Then she said, Why are you being so weird? To just deposit $1,000. To just deposit $1,000? That's a lot of freaking money. And then like, I don't even know if this check is real. I don't know if I'm getting scammed or not. What do you mean I'm being weird? But I said, I'm being cautious because I don't want to get scammed. If you explain the situation to your client, I think they will understand. They reacted with like a shocked face, like the like emoji. And she said, you mean I'm a bot? No one is getting scammed here, please. And I replied, I'm not saying you are a bot. I'm just saying I need to be cautious on my end. Depositing the whole 1,000 puts me in a bad spot. Which is what my friend told me to say, so now I was like, good idea, so I said it. And she replied, she said, to be honest here, nothing wrong is going to happen, Sarah. Trust me. Well, that just makes me trust you less. So she said, and then right under that, she said, are you a bot? Because I don't know why you're being so weird. So I replied again, and I said, I don't understand why it is an issue to communicate. What? I don't understand why it is an issue to communicate to your client about the situation and have them rewrite the check. The $600 is your business for your paint supplies for your product. It is not my responsibility. And she said, I wasted my time here. Excuse me. I did my best, turned out I'm a scammer to you. And then she put 2 emojis of like a girl walking away. I didn't know this was a middle school chat group, but okay. And then I said, I'm not implying that you are a scammer. However, sending me the whole 1,000 and expecting me to pay back 600 is suspicious. I just want to make sure that we're both protected under this deal and that neither of us are short of what we're owed. Pretty simple. She replied, she said, babe, are we still going to be saying this? Have this done. I don't want to have a bad record because I accepted this. Have it deposited how next collaboration. You'll get your payment through e-transfer, yeah? Which I was so confused because what? But then my friend was like, oh, she's probably trying to say like next time she'll e-transfer you. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be I want to be e-transferred this time. Like, that doesn't change anything now. So I replied and said, we're almost at the end here. So I replied and said, a real professional wouldn't expect the people she is working with to pay for her supplies. I do not feel comfortable depositing the full 1,000. Either get your client to rewrite the check for 400 or the deal is off, meaning you do not have my permission to use my photo. She said, okay. And that was 3 days ago. But that was the story. And I'm like, okay, my camera literally died as I was about to like film like outro of this video. Can I stand it up at the angle it was at? Anywho, am I in the wrong? Cause like, I was just trying to be cautious, but like I feel like there are some things I could have done differently. Like if I asked about the full payment right away because I didn't understand it, or like stuff like that. Like, I can't tell if this was a real person or a scam just because of all the events that went down, and then like the shift between before and then when I declined the check was like so weird, and it was just really off. Let me know what you think, like in the comments, if you think that's my fault or if I was legitimately being scammed. And like I said, in case it is my fault and this person is not a scammer, I'm not going to include their details at all. Because I don't need any hate or anything, but I just thought I'd make that story. And then if I did get scammed, then at least that lets you guys watch out for it a bit more in case you ever have a similar experience, because scammers are getting real like tacky. Anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe for more content. I mostly do vlogs, car vlogs, but I did a back to school thing. So if you guys want to see any of those, go check out my channel. Oh yeah, I'm like in the process of taking my nails off and stuff like that. So if you're interested, like I said, in some of my other content, subscribe. If you guys want to see some more story times like this one, be sure to subscribe to that as well. And just like a quick update on where my channel's going. So you guys probably noticed that I didn't upload. Going down to uploading unless I have like a bunch of spare time, because I just started grade 11 and I just feel too stressed trying to find a job, upload once a week, and stay caught up in school. So I'm gonna go down to uploading because I don't want to stop uploading. But then also too, what I noticed is because I was so stressed and I feel like I didn't have enough time, or like as much time, I was like mindlessly editing, I was mindlessly filming, like I was super exhausted. So I want to give myself that extra week so that I can get better content up for you guys. And also I'm kind of running out of ideas, and I don't want to do like a video just so I have something to post. If I make a video, I want it to be something I'm passionate about, something I want to post, not just like, oh, I guess I'll do this because I've got nothing else to post. Those are a couple reasons as to why, just for now, if school gets better, then I'll start uploading like more, or if like over winter break or something, I can upload like twice during then. But we'll see where my stress levels are at and everything, and once I get back into the swing of things. But yeah, that's the update. So like I said, if you guys want to see more content, like and subscribe. Thank you for sticking through that update. And yeah, that's gonna be